Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. Today I thought of doing something interesting. I am going to make my favorite Mexican cocktail and show you guys how to do it. You should really try this drink if you're a beer fan. I highly recommend it. And by the way, this drink is called a Michelada. Now let's start with what all we need for the drink. We obviously need beer. It's a beer cocktail after all. And then we need clamato. This is basically tomato juice with some condiments. Condiments like celery powder, onion powder, garlic powder, etc. And then you need some salsa inglesa, which is actually Worcestershire sauce. Then you need some soy sauce and lastly tahin. This is a very important ingredient. Tahin is like the chaat masala of Mexico. It is used to the same effect. You can add it on fruit or salads. It has a spicy, tangy flavor to it, so it goes very well with this drink and a very important ingredient for this drink. And lastly, we need some lemon juice, and that's it. Now before I start making this drink, I just remembered a really funny incident which I want to share with you all. So when I was in the 8th grade, I randomly went up to my father and told him that I want to be a bartender when I grow up. And he looked back at me so puzzled, like I was playing some kind of a prank on him. And because at that time I had no interest in bartending or even fruit punch for that matter. So he was just so startled, and I think in hindsight I think I just did it to bug him a little, because clearly I have only gotten about this far to bartending, so you can imagine what my aspirations were based upon. Okay, so getting back to the micheladas. Now first what you want to do is that we're going to line the rim of the glass with tahin. That's going to be the first step. Okay. So while I go about making this drink, I thought I'll also share with you guys some of the striking similarities that I have discovered amongst Mexican and Indian food. The first one being chutneys and salsas. So we Indians love our chutneys. We have coriander chutney, mint chutney, coconut chutney, so many kinds of chutneys. And Mexicans too love having salsas with their food. They have salsa verde, salsa rojo, guacamole, and so many more. Okay, so I've just cut this lemon into half and I'm going to graze it along the rim like so, and that's it. And then I have some tahin on this plate and I'm just going to like that. I think I need some more. Our rim is nicely lined. And next what we're going to do is I'm going to add all of these ingredients one by one. You'll see how much I'm going to add each of this, and I'll keep talking to you about the similarities. So the next similarity that I want to tell you is about kheer and arroz con leche. So we all know what kheer is, but arroz con leche is like a rice pudding made with so arroz is rice in Spanish and leche is milk in Spanish, so it's basically rice with milk. It's a rice pudding which so like in kheer we have dry fruits. They don't put dry fruits in this pudding here, but they add a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. And that's what makes it taste very different from kheer, but also quite similar because it is rice and milk. So I just added the clamato, and this is how much we need. Next, I'm going to add the Worcestershire sauce. Okay. We just need a dash of this, not a lot. That's it. Okay. So, another thing I found which was very similar is gorditas and parathas. So gorditas are exactly like stuffed parathas. The only difference is that it's made out of maize flour instead of wheat flour like we make it in India. And we have more vegetarian fillings in our parathas, like aloo, which is potatoes, or paneer, or any kind of other vegetable. But here it's mostly cheese or some kind of a meat, but it tastes very similar to the parathas, and it is also served with a spicy salsa, which can be likened to one of the achars, other combination of achar and paratha. So we quite like these foods that we found in Mexico. Okay, now I'm going to add lemon juice, and next we're going to add some beer. I'm not very particular of how I like the beer to be poured, but that's it. Our drink is ready. This is what we all call micheladas here, and it's a very famous drink in Mexico. I only got to know about it when I moved here, and I'm kind of surprised why this drink is not more famous, or rather, nobody talks about this drink in India. I think this would be a real hit in India. And if you want to get a little fancy with this drink, you could also add in a stick of celery. It also goes well with it, since we have celery powder in clamato. So yes, this is our drink ready. Let's do a taste test. Wow, I really like it. Whenever me and my husband go out, we always order micheladas. This is our favorite Mexican drink here. Okay, so coming back to the food talk, so you get these snacks here called empanadas, which look exactly like gujias. Gujias are generally fried and are filled with khoya and dry fruits, but empanadas could either be baked or fried. It just depends. And they could either have a sweet filling like apple sauce or a caramel sauce or pumpkin puree, or it could have a savory filling like maybe cheese or some kind of meat, or meat and cheese, or some vegetables thrown in. Once when I went into a shop and I saw that, and I was like, this is just like gujia, but only after tasting it I realized that it's not exactly like gujia. It's just a little similar in the way it looks, and yeah, maybe someday we'll have gujias in Mexico. Okay, so lastly, I found the lookalike to my favorite Indian snack, which is chikki. Chikki is generally made out of jaggery and peanuts, but it's a Mexican lookalike, which is called palanquetas de cacahuate. Cacahuate is what peanuts are called in Spanish. So these are made out of peanuts and caramelized sugar. They both look exactly the same and taste, I would say they taste about 95% like each other. So it's really so good to see something familiar here. And since I like chikki so much, I don't miss it here at all. With that, I conclude my video over here. I'm really happy to have found some Indian similarities in Mexican food. I'm a foodie and I miss Indian food so much here, but these things that I mentioned really make me feel at home, and I don't miss these few things. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do try micheladas. I'm telling you, these are great, and let me know in the comments below if you try them. Let me know how you like them. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.